Okay, now in the United States, all right, a preemptive attack, and this coming from several U.S. senators, Democrats, who are looking at ways to undo Donald Trump's punishing tariffs, and they think they have a way to make that happen. Let's bring in CTV's Washington Bureau Chief, Joy Malbon. Okay, Joy, what is the plan? And I guess ultimately this is the great wish. Could it possibly derail those tariffs from going into effect tomorrow?
Oh, I wish I could be a great predictor of things,
Right.
but really, Sandy, Donald Trump is very unpredictable. We all know that. He's been teasing his reciprocal tariffs that they'll be nicer, kinder, maybe not as sweeping, but really no one knows for sure. But some Republican senators are more than worried, and they plan to vote with Democrats to terminate the national emergency that Trump declared. Remember that over fentanyl and illegal immigration that Trump first used to justify those first tariffs against Canadian imports. Senators cite a U.S. report suggesting that something like 6 million American jobs could be impacted just by the Canadian tariffs alone. But this protest vote, even if it passes in the Senate, likely won't go anywhere in the House. So it's going to be more of a protest or a symbolic slap to Trump's trade policies. Here's Senator Tim Kaine.
The emergency is being invented to do the tariffs, to do the taxes on everyday Americans. Why? So they can use the tariff revenue to give a tax cut to billionaires. We need to stand strong against a tax increase, the largest tax increase in American history on our consumers. We need to stand strong for a strong relationship with a good ally, Canada.
Yeah, good ally, longtime friend, and certainly we've been hearing enough from Americans on the streets who see us as their friends and continue to promote the idea of going easy on Canada. But Joy, it looks as though at this point, but things could change, as you say. That announcement will come tomorrow, late afternoon, or around 4 p.m. What do we know about how it will come down?
Well, certainly everyone is holding their breath because no one really knows. You know, Sandy, the president likes to hype up these big moments, and tomorrow is definitely going to be one of them. The announcement will take place in the Rose Garden. Liberation Day, we've heard that before, but it's going to happen after the markets close. We've all seen those jitters. The White House says that Trump is perfecting his global tariff plan with a team of advisors today behind closed doors, and these reciprocal tariffs will take effect immediately. We do know that. The president really, though, Sandy, is taking a huge economic gamble that his tariffs will bring back jobs and manufacturing to America, when many economists say that would take decades, if at all. Here's what the White House press secretary had to say today.
The president has been looking at the very unfair trade practices of the past. Certainly, the president is always up to take a phone call, always up for a good negotiation, but he is very much focused on fixing the wrongs of the past and ensuring that American workers have a fair shake.
Whatever the president's strategy, Sandy, Europe and Canada have both vowed to retaliate. Sandy?
Thank you, Joy.